Dr. Joe Leonard and Dr. Chris Arnold, Premier Dental Center, with locations in Bells and Highway 412, also in Jackson at Christmasville Cove, right across to the Sportsplex, and in Milan on South 1st Street. Premier Dental Center, primdent.com. Dan Reeves, Seabass, Courage, the narrator Barber, and we welcome you in at WNWS.com, watching tonight's game on our digital TV network. If you'd like to watch it, log on to WNWS.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you'll see, what is it, Bass? 7 digital TV
That's right.
players.
Absolutely.
Just click on them, or just go down, pick the game you want. Watch, pull multiple games up, whatever you want to do to watch live high school football. There's actually a banner right in the middle of the page. You click on it, it'll drop you right in there where you need to be. USJ, Haywood County, Chester County, Crockett, South Gibson, Jackson Public Schools. And that game tonight is Southside trying to stay unbeaten. And the Trenton Peabody Golden Tide, they want to stay unbeaten tonight as well. Beyond all those games you can watch at WNWS.com. Paul Schulze celebrating birthday number 55. Michael Osborne with us tonight as well. Jonathan Greer producing and directing. Let's get a quick phone call. People have been standing by before we get to the national anthem and then the kickoff straight ahead here at homecoming at USJ. Right now you're live with us on the kickoff show. Go. We'll have to move along here. We will. We just are short on time. Big guy, thanks a lot for trying to call in on us. Here's the national anthem, so we'll step aside, then we'll come back and set the stage for you here at Homecoming 2018, USJ hosting FACS on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 at WNWS.com.
Insurance is the way to protect yourself and your family, and no one is better helping you through the insurance maze than Brandon Jones State Farm. Brandon Jones has been Jackson's State Farm agent since 2006 after graduating from Lambuth University. Home and property, life, health, banking products, annuities, mutual funds. All the products you need to ensure a prosperous future. Brandon Jones State Farm Insurance, 2152 North Highland across from Toys R Us. 660-6800 for Brandon Jones State Farm Insurance.
Do you have cataracts, glaucoma, or any form of eye disease? At Hughes Eye Center, our physicians include residency-trained optometrists, surgical ophthalmologists, retinal surgeons, and oculoplastic surgeons, all right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Hughes Eye Center. There's no need to drive to Memphis or Nashville for your surgical eye care needs. Call 664-1994 to schedule your consultation. At Hughes Eye Center on Stonebridge in Jackson, that's 664-1994.
This weekend at the Old Town Spaghetti Store, enjoy delicious prime rib, choice Iowa beef, slow roasted and cut to order, served au jus, side item, and your choice of soup or dinner salad. 8-ounce, 10-ounce, and 12-ounce specials. Or savor the butternut squash ravioli. Butternut squash ravioli topped with brown sage butter and Parmesan Reggiano. Served with your choice of soup or dinner salad. Soup of the day, creamy chicken and vegetable, and the fresh catch salmon. Weekends at the Old Town Spaghetti Store, Carriage House Drive, Jackson. Outdoor dining available.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but Cy Young, your independent auto owner's insurance agent, will be there when you need him most, no matter what happens. Young Hughes Insurance Agency, strong through every storm. That's how it's been for the first 100 years and how it will be for generations to come. Cy Young with Young Hughes Insurance Agency, 731-696-5480. 731-696-5480.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30, and 10 till 2 on Saturday.
King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive.
Direct to your home, in your car, or at work. All your information with no satellite dish required. Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Let's head out to the 50-yard line with Richard, the narrator Barber. Tonight's coin toss is coming up next. We'll find out who's going to have the football to start off homecoming night here at USJ at FACS. Here's Richard, the narrator Barber.
This guy's Danny Lewis from Humboldt, Tennessee. Originally, Jackson will have control of this football game. He's got the white hat. 31 years doing high school football. Let's stay huddle.
We're going to exemplate involved, okay? Your visiting team, you're going to call the toss, heads or tails. He's going to call heads or tails. You're going to call it loud enough so that man right there can hear it, okay? What do you call?
Tails.
You called tails. And it's tails. FACS is one.
FACS won the toss and deferred view, so USJ's offense, which has struggled at times. They've looked great at times. They've been inconsistent. That's the only thing that's been consistent this year. They'll have the first shot at it tonight here at homecoming.
And you know one thing, they had USJ won that toss. You know what they've been doing when they win the toss. They want the football. They want to put that offense out on the field. And it's interesting to see one of the captains tonight, I think first time this year, as a captain, number 20, Seth DeBerry, did a great job getting pressure on the quarterback last week against ECS.
Seth DeBerry has been playing some great football for the Bruins. Narrator, it's warm up here at the press box. Well, no, it's not. It's hot up here in the press box. What's it like down in the field? No, I don't see Old Glory, much movement out of Old Glory, just kind of like thick, stagnant air. Narrator?
Yeah, and that's kind of the way it is down here, guys. It's a little bit stuffy. Now, it's not real hot, but you can feel the humidity. Not as bad as it's been for some of the games we've had, but certainly you can feel it. Guys, kind of a surprise there. When I talked to Coach Hardigree, he felt like FACS was offensively than defensively. Thought maybe they might want the ball first, but they won the toss, and they're going to put their defense on the field.
Well, USJ out on the field, coming out of that north end zone, bursting onto the turf here. It's Kirkland Field at the campus of the University School of Jackson. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Seabass. Richard, the narrator Barber's in the sideline. Jonathan Greer producing and directing. You can watch tonight's game at WNWS.com on our digital TV network. Paul Schulze, the birthday boy, and Lawson Mann, along with Michael Osborne, making it happen on digital TV. So here we go. USJ will have the football. A little bit different look tonight for the Bruins. They're wearing red jerseys. That familiar white helmet, red paw print on both sides, and solid white pants. FACS
number 17.
Looking like Alabama Birmingham. Kind of gold helmet, a little green in there, and white jersey, white pants, stripe down both sides, two stripes, and we're ready to go. Caleb Willis and Carlock back deep here waiting to kick off. Toe meets the leather. It'll be Carlock at the 10 to the 15, along the near numbers to the 20 to the 25, and out near the 30 before he's taken off his feet. That's where the Bruins take over to start the ball game on offense. USJ here at homecoming against FACS. Well, USJ offensively, the starters look like this right here. Center is Joshua Jones. Ron Sewell at left guard. Left tackle is Cade Taylor. Right guard is Thomas Avi. Mario Nicholson, right tackle. You'll see Brendan Long at wide receiver, along with Joseph McGrath. Garrett Reynolds, the quarterback. TJ Tharp, the fullback, and Tyler Wallace, the tailback for the Bruins. This will be Wallace running over left tackle. Wallace will move from the 30 out near the 33 on first down.
Well, there's very little doubt what the message is going to be early on in this football game. Coach Trapp said it as much. They're going to establish that ground game like they tried to do last week, this time going off left tackle with Wallace for about 3.
No huddle offense again tonight, narrated for the Bruins.
Yeah, and it looks like they got Willie. He talked about they might put a slot, do some different things with him, and that's what they're doing.
Willis in that slot here on the near side. One wide receiver. Reynolds goes under center on 2nd and 7. Here's Wallace. They pitch it. This time right tackle. Wallace crosses the 35 and bulls over a defensive back out to the 39. He picks up right at 6. It'll be 3rd and a yard.
Well, Danny, you'll notice this formation you see right here. They're triple stacked both sides on the tackle. Now, that's great for interior running, but if you get sealed at the edge right there, you're going to open up a lane on your defense.
3rd and a yard. There was a marker. The official picked it up, said no.
It was a get right warning.
3rd down and a yard for the Bruins. Just underway, scoreless in the first quarter. USJ 3rd and 1 from their own 39. This will be straight ahead. They go of a right guard, crossing the 40 out to the 42-yard line. Plenty enough for a first down before he's taken off his feet on the carry. Again, Tyler Wallace. That's a huge eye group. First down, Bruins.
Boy, what a beautiful job that time. Arone Sewell pulling from the left side of that offensive line, kicking in that B-gap hole, sealing off the linebacker, and picking up the first down. Perfectly drawn.
USA moves left to right on your radio now. Early in the first quarter, opening drive of the game. 1st and 10 Bruins at their own 44. Here's Willis out of the slot, kind of a Statue of Liberty. That old play, he'll take it moving left to right in motion over right tackle for a yard or 2. That's about all.
I really like the motion wrinkle into this offense right here. I do, because you've got 2 different ball carriers that both get the ball a whole lot. People are focusing on them. Then you bring a guy like Willis in motion. Another thing to think about if you're defense.
You got a generous spot on that. Will they spot that? That's a 4-yard pickup, you know.
I thought so, too.
Out at the 47, we'll take it. 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. Here's Stark, the fullback. His first carry spins off the first would-be tackler, but not the second. TJ moves to the 47 out to the 49. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Bruins as we hit the sideline. And Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Guys, these Crusader defensive players, these backs and linebackers got their work cut out for them. You notice both Thorpe and Wallace on their carries are in the hole, and they're getting low, and they're staying behind their pads, and they're punishing some tacklers.
3rd and a yard. The Bruins just on the USA side of the 50. And now they say no, 3rd and 4 yards. To the ground, Wallace. Wood, 45, straight down the middle of the field to the 40. And Wallace is taken now, but not before he's at the FACS 39-yard line. He needed 4. He got 14. First down, Bruins. That's a huge eye group first down.
Well, it's just big man on big man football right there. Great job of the right side of that offensive line. And this is one of the biggest backfields I've ever seen in West Tennessee, guys. Look at that backfield.
TJ Thorpe, 6 feet, about 230. Tyler Wallace, 6'1", about 245. Play action. Reynolds back to throw. Fires deep down the center of the field. Caught at the 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. 40-yard strike from Garrett Reynolds to Wesley Carlock, who beats the one-on-one coverage. Reynolds hit him in stride. Carlock shut a defensive back at the 10 and sailed into the end zone for the Bruin touchdown.
Boy, just a beautiful post route that time. I thought originally would make it a little bit far because he put a lot of touch under that and allowed his receiver to run under it, something Reynolds missed a couple of times last week. Great adjustment.
And Blanchard to attempt a point after. The USA strikes early tonight. Blanchard splits the uprights with 8:40 left. In quarter number 1 here at homecoming, the Bruins take a 7-0 lead on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 at WNWS.com.
At Home Medical Products, we provide patients with products to make sure you breathe, sleep, move, and live well. With items like nebulizers, travel oxygen, CPAPs, hospital beds, wheelchairs, scooters, lift chairs, commodes, and so much more. You have a choice when choosing home medical companies. It's the patient's choice. Make the right choice. Locally owned and operated Home Medical Products. Call 877-660-0084 or find them online at hmpinc.net.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk, 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
USA took the opening kickoff 70 yards. The touchdown came on a 40-yard strike from quarterback Garrett Reynolds to wide receiver Wesley Carlock. And a thing of beauty narrated. The Bruins take a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about, Garrett Reynolds need to work on was accuracy. But, fellas, that just takes reps and timing with your receivers, that power running game, that play action, give them time to do it, and right under it.
Ben Pleasure set to kick off for the Bruins. Gets his foot into it. High, driving. Will be taken in at the 2. To the 5, to the 10, center of the field at the 20, and brought down at the 21-yard line. On the return for FACS was Tristan Bullock. And on the tackle for USJ, Eli Robinson and company. USJ defensively will take the field with a lead, which is always nice. Along that front wall, Blaine Verdog, 6'2", 210. Nose guard is Mario Nicholson, 5'11", 310. Seth DeBerry, 6'2", 190 at defensive end. Linebackers are Carter Craig, 5'11", 182. TJ Tharp, 5'9", 227. Tyler Wallace, 6 feet, 240. Logan Antoine, 5'8", 155. On first down, here's some razzle-dazzle. The quarterback will throw it away. That's got to be grounding. It will be grounding and a penalty on FACS. Joseph McGrath, Wesley Carlock, Brennan Long, and Caleb Willis in the defensive secondary view. I'm not real sure what I saw there, and I'm not sure FACS is sure what happened either.
Well, I've been playing football for almost 40 years, and I don't know what I just saw either. But sometimes you get too cute, Danny, and that was the case right there. You had a 9-man front.
Yeah. 9-man front, they tried to run a double handoff and then lateral it back to the quarterback. He was going to throw, but USJ's defensive front was in the backfield with him. He tried to throw it away, and he'll get flagged for illegal grounding.
And where is everybody on a 9-man front? On the line and in the box right there. Not really sure about that one.
The loss is all the way back to the FACS 7. Second and long. On the ground they go, straight up the middle. From the 7, crossing the 10 to center of the field. After the 15 and take it down at the 17-yard line. A nice gainer on first down. That was Josh Mathis. Only a sophomore running back, Bass. He's big and he's strong.
Yeah, he really is. You got to watch him all night long. With a big quarterback like Junior Cole Putnam and that arm, you can't just focus on Putnam. The running game will kill you too.
Cole Putnam is a really good quarterback.
Yeah, big kid with a big arm.
Third down at 18. FACS at their 17. Putnam rolls left, looking to throw. He'll fire and completes, but cut down at the 24-yard line, far short of the first down by Caleb Willis. Was Jordan Davidson narrator. That was a sure tackle there by Willis. FACS will go 3 and out.
Yeah, Willis really stepped up there. He timed it perfectly. There just as the kids. That's it. He gone.
And you'll give that under. I mean, you had the yardage to play with. You'll give that underneath.
So the Bruins with a 7-0 lead. Took the opening drive 70 yards for the touchdown. And then Hardigree's defense forces FACS into a 3 and out. Carlock and Willis will stand in midfield awaiting the punt. It's a high hanging punt. Carlock's going to let it hit at the FACS 49. It'll die right about there, but there's a flag lying back near the punter. This may be a big break for FACS. We'll have to look at it.
Well, the Oscar goes to FACS. I mean, guys, come on. Seth DeBerry maybe brushed a molecule up on the punter here. I mean, you don't touch him. I get all that, but good grief.
Now we'll get a look at the instant replay. We get that run back of the truck. We'll take a look at it. Here's DeBerry coming in. Nah. That's a tough one there, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I would do the same thing if I was him, but come on.
God, funny, last week, on one of those punts that ECS got real close to our punter, and he didn't. So when he came to the sidelines, saying, go.
Well, it's a running into the punter. It will be the 5-yard variety, I believe. No? I guess so, yes. It is the 5-yard variety, so not enough for a first down. FACS will punt it away. This one not as high and driving as the first one. Still a nice punch by FACS that will travel across midfield and angle out of bounds at the Freud 47-yard line. So great starting field position. USJ up 7-0 here at homecoming. 6:39 left in the opening quarter at Kirkland Field here on WNWS FM in Jackson, Tennessee. My name's Dan Reeves along with Seabass and Richard, the narrator Barber. Jonathan Greer producing and directing. You can watch the game at WNWS.com. Paul Schulze, Lawson Man, Michael Osborne, Worthy Road Studios, our production company. On first down, here's Tharp, the fullback, straight ahead. Not much there. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
And you can see, look, FACS is making no bones about it. We watched the film. We know what you want to do. You're not just going to sit there and B-gap us to death. We're going to do something about it. And they're stacking it right there. And he's bringing these linebackers. You see them. They're playing it close to that line of scrimmage. That scheme is designed to fill up every single hole. And that's exactly what they did on that play.
6:15 clock moving. First quarter, 7-0 Bruins. USJ facing 2nd and 8. They'll make it 2nd and 9 from their own 48. Back to the ground. Some room this time. Here's Wallace. Over left tackle. Wallace has midfield. Has the 45 along the hash mark. Bouncing outside the numbers. And tripped up at the 42-yard line of FACS. That's going to give Wallace 10 yards. That's going to give the Bruins a huge I-group first down. A nice, strong run by Tyler Wallace.
Well, look at this, Dan. Now, I want you to watch the drive after contact by Wallace. Lowers his head, keeps those feet trucking. He's got a forward lean that you love to see. He's not an upright runner for a guy as big as he is.
That was after the offensive line shoved the defense in front of FACS back 10 yards, Butte. 1st and 10 Bruins. Here's Reynolds. Play action. Back to throw. Fires slow and incomplete at the 32-yard line. Intended for long. Let's go to the sideline. Here's Richard, the narrator Barber.
Well, there again, we talked about his accuracy. He had long open. Just threw the ball. Again, the thing, guys, that with repetition, with timing, you remember Garrett Reynolds didn't get to play a lot last year. Wasn't slotted as the starter this year until Cody Smith got hurt. So he's OJ10 right now, guys.
Yeah, because that's just a 5-yard out. That's an easy route.
2nd and 10 Bruins from the Crusader 43. Reynolds under center. He'll hand it off. Here is Caleb Willis with Boone. 40, 35, bouncing outside the numbers 30, and down to the 28-yard line before they finally drag Willis down from behind. Caleb Willis rips off 14 yards. And another huge high group first down, Bruins.
And I got to tell you how important this is, because with this USJ and their desire to run the football, look, the two backs in the backfield are what they are. They're not overly fast. You bring Caleb Willis into this equation on the ground, and it changes everything.
Here's Reynolds back to throw. Firing downfield. It is caught at the 19. Wesley Carlock, I believe, he's tackled immediately near the sticks. It is Carlock. And now they're going to wave it off. They say he didn't complete the catch.
Ruled incomplete. Intended for number 8.
Wesley came back to his quarterback beautifully on a little down and out pattern. And he did drop it. The ball it's going to get wet from time to time tonight. We had rain here this afternoon. The field is damp or moist. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. Here's Wallace spinning off a tackle from the 29. Wallace will move down inside the 25 on that far hash mark and go down at the 24. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5, and that'll carry us to the narrator on the sideline is Richard Barber.
Guys, with both Wallace and Tharp, you know, they take the handoff and you get it after about a 3-yard gain. You say, well, that's going to be a 3 or 4-yard gain. You look up, they're still churning.
3rd and 5 Bruins from the Crusader 25. High formation, 2 wide. Here on the near side. To the ground, here's Wallace. Straight ahead. Wallace from the 25 along the far hash mark. Lowers his hand and he'll run down to the 20. Close to the first down. He needs just inside the 20 to move the sticks. Let's see if the narrator thinks he's picked it up. Narrator?
Guys, they're spotting the ball now. Looks like he might have it.
We'll get to see how accurate the narrator is this year.
Dog, I'm going to put the farm on this one. That's going to be a first down, Pimpy.
Well, I guess an official timeout for measurement? No, both the teams are moving over to the sideline.
They are going to get a measurement, though.
What if they're giving him a heat break?
That could
tonight?
Certainly be a possibility, Danny.
How warm is it down there on the field, narrator?
No, it's not real bad compared to a couple weeks ago or even last week. It's a little humid, but it's not smoking hot, like my ex-girlfriend or something.
They stretch the chains out, and it is a first down by the length of the football. So the Bruins with another Hughes I group first down. They'll have it 1st and 10 back in the red zone for the first time tonight. USJ's touchdown came on a 40-yard strike from Garrett Reynolds to Wesley Carlock through the air. This drive, Bass has been almost exclusively on the ground. It's just ground and pound.
Just methodical. I guarantee you Coach Trapp is loving that execution.
So 1st and 10 Bruins as the clock shows 4 minutes remaining first quarter. USJ with a 7-0 lead. Reynolds goes back under center and back to Wallace. Left guard. Wallace with some room. Down to the 15 along that far hash mark. Inside the 15 he goes. And down near the 10, he'll rip off near 9 yards on first.
Well, both guards tonight are doing, look at this. Watch this beautiful job by Ron Sewell pulling and just kicking out his man, opening up that lane for Wallace. And Wallace does not mince. He's a big guy, but he hits the hole quickly.
That offensive line is dominant here in the first quarter. 2nd and a yard. Here's T.J. Tharp over left guard. Tharp lowers his hand and runs from just inside the 10 down near the 6-yard line. He'll have plenty enough for another Hughes I group first down. That's going to be a 1st and goal for the Bruins. Now into that offensive line is just manhandling FACS.
Yeah, Bass has said it ever since we've been working together. Of course, he was an offensive lineman. He said, you got to win the battle in the trenches, and certainly that's what these Bruins are doing.
1st and goal, the Bruins at the 6. I formation. Here's Tharp, the fullback, straight ahead. Fighting, digging, clawing inside the 3, down to the goal line. Touchdown, Bruins! That was all second efforts. 1st effort, 2nd effort, 3rd effort. T.J. Tharp, the seniors hit pay dirt, and the Bruins take a 13-0 lead.
Boy, that's just a bull moose wanting to right there. He saw that goal line and wasn't going to be stopped. Got contact at what, Reeves? About the 4? He just kept it churning, wanted that goal line and got it. Good grief.
Charlie called. He said, that's ridiculous. Great effort there by T.J. Tharp, the Bruins senior fullback / linebacker. USJ treating the homecoming crowd to a great performance here in the first quarter. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here's Pledger's extra point. It's up and good. And with 2:58 remaining in quarter number 1, our new score, USJ 14, FACS nothing on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 at WNWS.com.
What will you find at Allegra Print and Imaging that you won't find at an ordinary printer? Well, you'll find a lot more than printing. We offer graphic design, print-on-demand services, large format signs and banners, collating, binding, packaging, mailing services, even custom designed promotional products, along with the expertise you need to make the smartest choices. Why settle for ordinary when you can get extraordinary results from Allegra? Call us at 664-1676. Allegra Print and Imaging, building relationships, designing solutions.
Monday Night Football with the NFL only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Gibson County and West Carroll tonight. The battle of the unbeatens. Narrator, they're scoreless. 4 minutes left in the first quarter, according to Steve Murphy over at Medina Funeral Home. Scoreless. How about that one for a headliner game? Gibson County and unbeaten West Carroll. Well, I spoke too soon. West Carroll's gone up 8-0 over Gibson County. USJ leads 14-0 here in our game. And the Bruins kicking off again. Here's a scrambler down the near sideline. It's a live ball. FACS, I believe, covered it up at their own 30. Caleb Willis was chasing it. That's Pledger kicked the ground ball on that kickoff. And Caleb Willis nearly ran that down at the 30-yard line. Look at him. He nearly beat FACS to that football.
Hey, and that was a beautiful, beautiful touch kick by Pledger that time. And you're right, Willis nearly got there and just went in basically head first into 3 Crusaders. He didn't care. He wanted that football. Couldn't quite get it, but great effort by Caleb.
Here's FACS down 14-0, 2:56 remaining in the first quarter. Here at homecoming, FACS will be moving right to left the remainder of this first quarter. On the ground, they go with it from the 30 out to the 31, and that's all. Very stingy tonight, Jim Hardigree's defense. USJ opening drive 70 yards on the opening kickoff and the touchdown. And the last drive covered 53 yards. TJ Tharp, 4-yard touchdown run. Wesley Carlock hit pay yards on the opening drive with a 40-yard touchdown catch. Been sharp tonight, Bew.
Yeah, no question about it. And a big stick that time by Carter Craig on first down.
Cole Putnam out of the shotgun. Second down and 9. Putnam calls his own number. He has some room. Has the 35, has the 40, and cut down at the 41-yard line. If that stands, it'll be a first down. Putnam picks up 10 yards, and he moves the chains for the first time tonight for FACS.
Boy, watch TJ Tharp right here, Danny, get absolutely held as he tries to release. Look at that. My goodness. No wonder he couldn't get to the point. He couldn't he had 2 fistfuls of his jersey in somebody's hand.
Now, what do they say if you're going to hold? They'd hold. They held that time. Got their money's worth. First and 10. FACS out at the 41-yard line. Here's Putnam back to throw. Fires high and incomplete at the 50-yard line. Good thing it was because the Bruins have that one covered like a blanket. Christian Wallace on coverage. Richard the narrator Barber's down to the sideline. Here's the narrator.
Guys, when I talked to Chartergreen before the game, he said, look, we got to do Cole Putnam is the quarterback. He's versatile, he's agile, he's got a big arm, and he can go deep on you. We can't let him do that. The other concern he had, guys, is what y'all pointed out. Darrell Pittman Jr., number 24, is a game breaker, has the ability to go all the way. He said you got to contain him.
The narrator still thinking about his ex-girlfriend down on the sideline. Second and 10. On the ground, here is. Got him in the backfield, trying to move around the right edge. And Bass way too much penetration, and the Bruins dump him in the backfield for a loss of yardage in that backfield. Blaine Verdung in company view.
And not only did Blaine Verdung make the tackle, but watch this. He took a lineman with him, or that's actually one of the fullback and the ball carrier, tackled them both from his defensive tackle position. Man, Blaine had such a good season so far.
He's a sophomore, 6 feet, 207 pounds. If he's 207, I'm 275. He's bigger than any view. 3rd and 18. Play action. Putnam back to throw. Looking to throw. Now he'll run. At the 40, has the 45, and he somersaulted as he reached the 49-yard line as he worked down the far sideline. Putnam nearly pulled that off. But a great tackle in the open field. And we'll see if FACS will roll the dice here near midfield on a 4th down and short.
Well, and that's Caleb Willis coming back up in run support after he leaves his man. Look at that. You know, and goes low, forcing Putnam to leave his feet that time. That's a great play by Caleb. He made a couple of good ones early.
Caleb was on an island out there. If he doesn't get him, no one does. Timeout, FACS. They want to think this one over. 40 seconds left in the first quarter here at homecoming. The Bruins have a 14-0 lead on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
It's the Competition Crusher sales event going on now at Sarah Jackson. We will beat any dealer on any Chevy, period. 2018 Chevy Spark starting at $11,921 and payments as low as $184 a month. 2018 Chevy Sonic starting at $14,999 and payments as low as $239 a month. You can save over $12,000 on new 2018 Silverados. Big city deals, small town hospitality, only at Sarah Jackson. One destination, so many choices. Crushing the competition every day in every way.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
Well, I'm sneaking a peek in over at Southside. Oh, Richard Mulligan doing a great job over there. 6-3, Bolivar leads that game over the unbeaten Southside Hawks in the first quarter. Here's a 4th down and 2. FACS will go for it, and they're going to get it. Right up the middle, there's a big hole into Bruin territory all the way down to the USJ 38-yard line. It was 4th down and 2, and that's a rip of 10 yards. And a first down as the quarterback Putnam kept it, found a crease, and exploded for that first down.
Yeah, Antoine a little bit over pursuing that time, but he does force him to cut back inside. But Putnam 6'4", the long stride. Good job.
So FACS, after going 3 and out on their first 2 possessions, now have put together 3 first downs and into Bruin territory for the first time tonight at the USJ 43 with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground and trouble in the backfield and dumped in the backfield. Back at the 46-yard line. Nowhere to go. Nothing but Bruins in the backfield. That's Darrell Pittman Jr. And a host of Bruins met him in the backfield and tossed him for a loss.
Yeah, and that was about Logan Antoine. Look at that. He gets great position, forces the play outside, and there's all his teammates to take him down.
It was Antoine that blew it up, and then T.J. Tharp and Trey Wallace, the 2 running backs, or Tyler Wallace, that also play linebacker. After 1 quarter, it's the Bruins 14 and the Crusaders nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Poplar Corner Exxon still believes in good old-fashioned service, always putting the customer first. Ken Lilly and his staff are committed to professional, expert, and friendly service. At Poplar Corner Exxon, you have choices. Your choice of ethanol or non-ethanol gas. Your choice of self-service or full service, including checking your tires, under the hood, and your windshield washed. You can also get your propane gas at Poplar Corner Exxon, plus minor or major car repairs. They'll take good care of you at Poplar Corner Exxon, Hollywood and the Bypass, Jackson.
First in news, first in sports, the NFL and Monday Night Football, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
6-3, Bolivar leading Southside on WNWS.com, and it's 7-3, Crockett leading Lexington. You watch that one as well at WNWS.com. 2nd down and 13. Here is FACS on the ground again, working left side. Not much there to be 3rd down and right at 13. So Crockett 7, Lexington 3, Bolivar 6, Jackson Southside 3, USJ 14, FACS nothing. Here at Kirkland Field, it's homecoming 28-2.
Yeah, and FACS is going to have to figure out, you are not going to run sideline to sideline on this USJ defense right now. They're just too disciplined.
Dyersburg 14-0 over Jackson Northside early. 3rd and 11 officially. On the ground, here's FACS stopped in the backfield. That's the linebacker blitzing. Tyler Wallace. Bill Haney used to say they blitz both linebackers, double butts up to guts. Wallace, I don't think he blitzed, but he lined up in a 3-point stance at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he just beat his man inside. And the theory behind that motion is that even if you have backside presence, even if they're slanting and beat their lineman, that you're going to be able to outrun them. That's a 240-pound cat that just caught him from behind.
So FACS, a promising drive, fizzles out. In midfield, they'll have to punt it away on 4th down and 15. Putnam punts as well. It's a high hanging punt over Willis's head at the 10. It's going to roll inside to 5, roll down to the 1, and they'll kill it at the 1-yard line. Wow, what a punt. So that's a 52-yard punt, or 51-yard punt, killed at the 1-yard line. And I thought the momentum carried him in the end zone, but maybe in high school it's a little different. We watch the replay here, Bew. Ball hits at the 10. Carol's inside to 5. And the Crusader that covered it up, most definitely his momentum carried him into the end zone. But I guess the established possession in the field of play.
And something to remember, Putnam, the quarterback, is also the punter, so you might want to keep on that eye on that later.
Yeah, just said that.
Yeah.
There's an echo in here.
Yeah. COVID
Well, you had to. Come in, New York. New York, come in, New York. But you can't say it too many times, man. You really can't.
He's a good-looking prospect.
He is a great-looking punter. 10:26 left before halftime. 14-0 Bruins. Narrator, that was a great punt by Putnam, wasn't it?
Yeah, did y'all hear about Putnam's also the quarterback and he's the punter too?
I was going to tell you, narrator, he also plays quarterback. The punter, I mean.
Yeah, he is a great athlete. Both Coach Hardigray and Coach Strapp referenced him in both in our interview and then when we talked off there. They had some concerns. They said we got to contain that guy.
By the way, update from Medina, Tennessee. After one quarter, South Gibson 35, Middle College nothing.
Well.
Yeah, then there's that.
14-0 here. USJ leading FACS. Dyersburg over Jackson Northside 14-0, trying to break the Indians' 3-game win streak. And they've been red hot.
How good is Dyersburg, guys?
First and 10 Bruins from their own 2. Here's the fullback. Or make that, it is Tharp. He'll run it across the 5 along that far hash mark out near the 6-yard line. A little breathing room. Pick up a 4 yards on first down. TJ Tharp running hard.
Well, what a luxury that is for this football team. Big offensive line, big backs. Even when you're backed up, pinned to your own 1, to be able to go out straight up, no mystery, B-gap right side and get 6 yards, I'll take that all day.
Second down and 6 for the Bruins. Ball officially on the 8-yard line. The USJ 8. Reynolds under center, the I formation. He'll pitch it to Wallace, left side. 10, 15, cut down at the 16. That's going to be a first down as Tyler Wallace working over left tackle on that
number
pitch.
16, Garrett Reynolds, hands off to number 6, Tyler Wallace.
He picks up 10 yards, and the Bruins have another Hughes I group first down.
We saw a little bit of this quick toss sweep last week against ECS, and it was successful, and the biggest part of that has been the lead blocks. And that same thing again for TJ. It's another fantastic lead block to get the first down.
Clock rolling. Second quarter, 9:28 left before halftime, 14-0 Bruins. Moving right to left on your dial. Back to the ground, back to Tharp. Not much this time. It'll be second and long as Tharp is tackled at the line of scrimmage. And we head down to the sideline and Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Kind of fun guy watching defensive backs come up. Which is trying to square.
May need some batteries, narrator. You all of a sudden started put on the blink. The gain is a yard, second down and 9. The Bruins at their own 17. Here's Reynolds, play action. He'll go to the air. He has his man caught at the 25 and tackled at the 30. Little hook pattern along the numbers. It's Wesley Carlock on the reception. That's a pickup of 13 and a Hughes I group first down for the Bruins.
Guys, look at this. The perfect form. Set, drops feet, drives through that pass. Perfect dime that time by Reynolds. He is really starting to come along. That's a big boy throw right there. Good form.
Game brought to you in part by Premier Dental Center. PrimDent.com, Premier Dental Center, Bells, Jackson, Mylan. First down Bruins from the 30. Play action, Reynolds back to throw. He'll go across the middle. It's deflected and incomplete. Oh, that one hung up in the air after the deflection for a while. I thought for a minute someone may have a chance to pick that one off.
Take a look at this one again. That might have been a little bit dangerous right there. Reynolds dropping back, sits, decent time, steps into his throw. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot there. Pretty good coverage that time by the Crusaders.
Now already had a man in his face. He was just trying to make something happen. Dangerous pass. Second down and 10. Bruins moving right to left from their own 30. To the ground they go. Wallace over left tackle has some room from the 30, crossing the 35. And he is tripped up at the 36-yard line. He'll have 6 yards for the Bruins. 3rd and 4 upcoming.
Guys, I want you to replay this and watch Mario Nicholson, Danny, the left tackle, number 76, trying to make one of the most difficult blocks. Here it is. Now look at this. That is so hard to do for a 300-pound player. Just such quick feet. Gets all the way around, spins his guy back inside, kicks him out. How do you do that at 300 pounds?
Well, he is such a great athlete, isn't he, Mario Nicholson?
Oh, no doubt.
3rd and 4, the Bruins from their own 36. To the ground, right side with some room from the 36 out near the 40. Wallace is tackled at the 40, and that is enough for a huge side group first down, Bruins. He needed 4, he got 4, and USA from their own 2, now out to the Bruin 40-yard line after forcing a punt to end a very promising-looking FACS drive. A punt that was killed on the 2-yard line. The Bruins have a fresh set of downs at the 40. Nice job of the offense. And we got markers on the field. The narrator's on the sideline. Here's Richards, the narrator Barber.
That's what I was saying a while ago. It's kind of fun to watch these FACS defensive backs. Once Wallace get to them, have to go low because, as a defensive player, you want to blow somebody up, square them up and blow them up. If you do that with those two guys, you're going to have to get your jock strap to your ear hole. That's all it is to it.
Yeah, he ain't kidding, is he, Bass?
Yeah, this is a big physical football team across the board, and you're right. I mean, when's the last time you saw anybody we played over the last 5 years that has a combo of backs that look like that? I can't think of anyone.
Well, they look like twins back there.
I mean, it's unbelievable how big they are.
The thighs are huge. Their upper body's thick, and they're about the same height. Illegal procedure on the Bruins. That'll set it back 5 to the 35, 1st and 15. Back to the ground with room. Along the hash mark to the 40, out to the 45, and running it on out to the 46-yard line before he's taken down is Tyler Wallace again. Wallace on a 1st and 15, rips off 10. And that Bruin offensive line making it happen.
He's not tiptoeing to the line of scrimmage. Look at this, Dan. 3, 2, 1, full speed, right there. A yard past the line of scrimmage. The dude's full speed, lowers his head, and bowls over defenders.
2nd and 5. Back to the ground, back to Wallace. This time left tackle. Wallace from the 46 will move out to the 49. He'll have 3. It'll be 3rd and 1 as we hit the sideline and Richard, the narrator Barber.
Well, the luxury is, y'all talked about them looking like twins. When they come to the sideline, they look like twins. Both body, about the same body type. And guys, that you talked about the thighs, but when you look at their upper body, their chest, their arms, they're just huge, strong guys.
They are. They're twins, man. Timeout USJ. It's 3rd and a yard. Near midfield, 5:52 left before halftime. It's 14-0 Bruins. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
There's several occasions in life when a man just needs to look good. And at Cambridge Limited Men's Clothier, we understand those moments. Sally, will you go to the prom with me?
I would, but you look like a hobo.
Do you take this man to be your husband?
Not dressed like that, I won't.
Located on North Highland across from Toys R Us, Cambridge has the best tie selection in town plus the best price. Size selections 36 short to 54 long and up. We have a tailor on staff and offer law enforcement specials on suits. Cambridge Limited Men's Clothier, North Highland, across from Toys R Us.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk, 101.5 FM.
USA Bruin football being presented in part by Vein and Vascular Center of Jackson. Vein and Vascular of Jackson. The website is vvcjackson.com. Dr. David Laird. But wait, there's more. Dr. Daniel Day, Dr. Garrison Smith, and Dr. Elizabeth Mosley. 395 Hospital Boulevard, vvcjackson.com. Here's the Bruins, 3rd down at a yard near midfield. Hey, boy, they go to Wallace, and I don't think he got there, Bu. I don't think he got there. Wallace got the call, trying to work up a right tackle, and there was nothing there as Wallace was trying to move the height of Mario Nicholson, just nothing there.
Yeah, that's a great job, especially off the edge and crashing down by FACS's front.
USA's going for it. Quickly to the line, and they snap it, and Reynolds picked it up, but there's flags. This was not going to count. Narrator, I think they may have said everyone wasn't set. The Bruins going to draw an illegal procedure, and they'll have to punt.
Yeah, everybody's headed back yonder way, so that's usually what that means.
It is illegal procedure on USJ. The Bruins, it was 4th down and a yard, or less than a yard. I didn't see right there. Maybe we didn't have enough on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, I think it was simply weren't set. I think you had it right the first time. That was, yeah, that's what it was.
So the Bruins going to punt for the first time this evening, leading 14-0. 5:18 left before halftime. So end over end low punt's going to hit it to 35 and take a big Bruin bounce inside the 25 and roll on down to the 20 before it dies. So that punt's going to cover. Let's see, where did he kick that from? About 35 yards and no return. While the Bruin punts. So USJ up 14-0.
Down by FACS. Ball spotted on the 21-yard line.
5:07 left before halftime. My name's Dan Reeves along with Seabass. Richard, the narrator Barber, is having a conversation on the sideline. That's where you hear this "What's up, dog?" in the background.
What y'all doing?
That's the narrator. Jonathan Greer producing and directing. Paul Schulze, Lawson Mann are the WNWS.com side with a beautiful job on our digital TV network. Michael Osborne also there. On first down, here's FACS from the old 21. They'll work over left tackle and nothing there. A yard, that's all.
Guys, watch this. Yeah, we're going to replay this. Watch Blaine Verdung once again. He does not allow. See this right of his defensive tackle position. Bam, sheds 2 blockers, gets through, beats his man, and just stops him out there at the point of attack. His technique for a guy that's around 200, 205 pounds is flawless.
Well, Seth Beeberry also blew that one up. He took out the running back who was going to be the lead blocker. Second down to right at 10. Back to the ground, and not much there this time again from the 21 out to the 22. That's all. It'll be 3rd and long as we hit the sideline, and Richard, the narrator Barber.
Guys, you kind of feel like you know what FACS wants to do on this drive is establish something with the run and to go downfield.
Well, it's a numbers game. You know, they double-teamed both of the defensive tackles that time. That takes up 4 of your 5 offensive linemen on 2 DTs. What does that mean? There's going to be guys that are wide, you know, that are unchecked right there at the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly the case on that one.
3rd down and 8. Timeouts, FACS. You may wonder why, because
timeout.
You want the clock to continue to roll. You don't want to give the ball back to USJ. But FACS says, wait a minute, we know there's enough time. If we don't get a first down, they're going to have plenty of time. Let's call a timeout and pick our best play to try to pick up a first down. This offensive line for USJ has been dominant. It's 14-0 Bruins, but it could be worse.
Yeah, because your point is absolutely valid. You find your best play because at the end of the day, though you have thoroughly been dominated, it's 14-0. You know, it's 14-0. One play, and you've got a 1-possession game. So I don't mind this tight end at this timeout at all. I agree with it.
Let's go down and get analysis from the sideline and Richard, the narrator Barber.
Here's the analysis I got, fellas. If you look to your left, you'll see some ground line. And don't tell anybody or they'll stop this doggone game.
I talked with one of the officials before the game. He said, no, just because we see lightning doesn't mean we have to stop the game. If we determine it's not immediate danger, we can play it. If we think it's, a few miles away. Now, they clearly was here opening night, didn't see it that way. 3rd and 8. Here's FACS play action. Putnam back to throw. He'll go across the middle, and it's broken up. Oh, boy. And if it hadn't been broken up by Wesley Carlock, that may have went for 6 view.
Well, you're absolutely right. Wesley goes up and climbs the ladder that time, but you're right. It looked like number 3, Carson Evans, had slipped behind the secondary right there. I don't know if Carlock got a piece of that football or not.
Yeah,
I think he did, because you're right.
He did get a piece of it.
Yeah.
And now if Putnam would have put a little bit of air under it, that would have been 6 because there was no one back there playing safety. Carson Evans would have sainted in after catching it at the 50 for a touchdown. But Wesley went up and made a great athletic play to bat that ball away. Just get enough of it, deflect it, and incomplete. That'll force FACS into a punt. Putnam, high, driving punt. Willis Ashford makes the fair catch. He dropped it, but got back on it at the Bruin 45-yard line. But now you down on the field, that was close to being lightning strike on the field for a touchdown, but Carlock made the play.
Yeah, he did. And remember, he's a junior now. We saw him get on the field as a freshman and wasn't intimidated at all. Went out and played like an upperclassman at the time. We've been able to watch him play over these couple of years. Guys, he makes a big impact on every game he's in.
Northside still hanging around in the first half. It's Dyersburg 14, but Northside's on the scoreboard 14-6. Dyersburg. Gibson County 16, West Carroll nothing at halftime. Is that right? We've got conflicting reports. Here's USJ first and 10, their own 45. Reynolds, he's hit. He coughs it up in the backfield. Who's got it? No signal yet. I think Royans were able to get back on the football. So USJ dodges a bullet. Reynolds coughed it up to you, but able to fall back on it.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to play a little option football right there. The ball slips out of the hands of Reynolds. Looks like, but it was Caleb Willis who was trailing the play who falls on the ball just in time.
Caleb did get on that one. Clock moving. 3 minutes left before halftime. 14-0 Bruins. USJ. 2nd and 11 from the Bruin 44. High formation, one wide receiver. Reynolds play action, rolls left under pressure, fires that man wide open. Caught 50, 45, down to sideline 40. Cutting back inside at the 35 and tackled at the 32-yard line. That's TJ Tharp. That was the... Well, you know, when there's a blitz, you've got a hot receiver, and Reynolds, to his credit, knew where his hot receiver was, and Tharp was wide open there in the flat and turned it into a big gainer and a huge high group first down.
Oh, no doubt, and he had to leap in the air to get enough on that ball, and he did so. Great job by Carlock on his downfield block. Carter Craig needs to hold that block a little longer, and it might have been a score.
First and 10 from the FACS 33. Here's Wallace running left tackle from the 33. He'll have the 30 and fall at the 29. Running along the near numbers. Tyler Wallace has 4 on first down. To the sideline, here's Richard, the narrator Barber.
Dan, just clear up that Gibson County West Carroll score. I just got a text from Jay Patterson, who is the stud linebacker at Gibson County, Jake Patterson. Yeah, I'm name dropping. It is 16-0 half Gibson County.
Back to the ground, back to Wallace. This time straight up the middle from the 33. Inside the 25 he goes and runs on down to the 23-yard line. Tyler Wallace has 6. It'll be 3rd and a yard.
Guys, the Crusaders are already tired of trying to tackle Tharp and Wallace, and we're still in the second quarter. Imagine what that's going to be like for them late in the third, early into the fourth quarter, trying to stop these two moose.
3rd down and a long yard. Play action to the air. Caught at the 5 and tackled at the 1. That's Wesley Carlock again. Reynolds hit him in stride. That's a huge high group first down Bruins and a gain of 33 on 3rd and 3. And the Bruins are knocking on the door.
You know, it's never been about.
And USJ quickly to the line. They're going to sneak this one in. Touchdown Bruins. Now they did that with a quickness. USJ, it's Patriots for the 3rd time tonight, the 2nd time via the ground. USJ's blown this one open with 1:22 left in the first half.
And that's a nice sneak there by Reynolds getting in the end zone. On that pass, Danny, it's never been about the velocity. It's always been about the touch and leading your man, and he is really doing that well tonight.
And the beneficiary, Wesley Carlock. And the Bruins.
And he does a great job of getting separation from defenders, too.
He does. Ben Pledger in to attempt the point after. He's 2 of 2 on the night. Make it 3 of 3. Splits the uprights with 1:22 left before halftime. The Bruins extend their lead. 21-0 on Jackson's News Talk. 101.5 at WNWS.com.
Range USA is Jackson's only indoor shooting range and open to the public 7 days a week. Monday is Family Day. Tuesday is First Responders and Healthcare Day. Wednesday is Free Gun Rentals. Thursday is Ladies' Day and Educators' Day. Friday, Pro Gun Day. Range USA offers Tennessee handgun permit classes on Saturday and so many other classes you'll love. Sunday, bring your church bulletin and get a free target. Range USA, North Highland behind Taco Bell. Facebook and rangeusa.com.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
Well, I think Steve Hookfin got the message across to his Tomcats. At least so far, so good. Second quarter from Brownsville, 21-14. Haywood leading unbeaten MUS.
Just when you think you got high school football figured out.
I know it.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Peabody 20-0 over Dresden. We had whistles on the kickoff. We'll have to do it again. Huntington 16, Milan nothing in the second quarter. Now way to think about this a moment. It's Huntington Milan week, and I haven't even heard a whisper about that game. Have you?
Now, other than talking to some of the officials down here before the game tonight, they mentioned the game, but it's not the game it was just 3 years ago, guys, 2 years ago, or even last year.
And it's not Huntington's fault. They're 5-0.
Yeah.
Peabody 20-0 over Dresden.
Of course, do we take into account that Milan's losses are to Northside, Covington, and Peabody?
You would if it was Gibson County. It's Milan.
I know.
So the answer is no.
Yeah, Milan's supposed to play with those guys.
They're supposed to beat them. 21-0. Here's USJ going to kick off. Little squib kick, and it's on the carpet. They cover it up at the 42-yard line. Ben Pledger does that as well, or better than anyone in the state. I mean, those little squib kicks.
Yeah, he puts perfect touch on those things.
Dyersburg has pushed their lead to 21-6 over Northside.
You make it on, does it just call you? In the blinking of an eye, just another passerby in the path of a lightning ball.
South Gibson, last report, 35-0 over Middle College. That was in the first quarter. Here's FACS down 21-0 with a minute 19 left before halftime. They take over at their own 42. Pledger, the quarterback, to the sweep it right. From the 42, they'll have the 45 and hammered at the 46, and he's staying down, View. Pledger got hammered. We'll have to watch the replay. He's in pain, rolling onto turf.
Well, I believe this hit is Carter Craig. Let's take a look. He's scraping down the line of scrimmage perfectly. Yeah, Carter with a big hit that time.
Waves.
It's going to take a minute, guys, for everything to come back down where it's supposed to be. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, that's painful. He's okay. They're going to make his way off the field. That was Carson Evans, the running back, that tucked down in the midsection. Now, Putnam got hit hard as well, but I'll say that Evans got hit harder.
Yeah, Evans isn't all that happy at the moment.
No. Outback Steakhouse, Jackson, bringing you USA Broiled Football along with Brandon Jones. State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, Brandon Jones is there. That's one Tire and Service Center of Jackson, making your family safe with our family of tires. 2nd and 7, FACS. They'll go back to the ground. Straight ahead they go from the 46 out to the 48, a gain of 2. It'll be third down in about 4. And USJ still has 2 timeouts in their back pocket. 45 seconds left before halftime. Would you burn one here?
Maybe. I think Coach is really comfortable where his team is at in this game.
I reckon so, Narrator, because Coach Trapp just going to let it tick down. And 27's on the scoreboard clock, 23 on the play clock. So FACS can really run it out. They can easily make this the final play of the first half, and that's what they're going to do. Shotgun for Putnam, the quarterback, on 3rd and 4. Putnam's going to roll right, throw underneath, 50, 45, and out of bounds at the Bruin 44 to stop the clock. There's a flag, however. In midfield, this may be holding. I'm not sure. Here's the official. It is going to be on FACS. He's asking the Bruin coaching staff if they want to take it. Illegal man downfield. She'll wipe that out, and 6 seconds left in the first half. It'll be third down and about 10 here for FACS.
Well, let's see. I didn't see any of the offensive linemen released downfield at all.
I didn't either. Richard, the narrator, Barber is released down on the sideline. Narrator.
I don't really know what we're doing here, but everybody's backing up. We're going to get one more play in here.
It was the signal from the official was illegal man downfield. Last play of the first half, more than likely. Third down and 10. They'll just keep it on the ground and sweep it left side. And hammered after a gain of a couple. And if an official had a marker in their pocket, they threw it on the field. If it's on the Bruins, there'll be another play. If it's on FACS, the half will end.
Hey, hustle up, let's go.
It is holding.
Hey, hustle up.
He didn't even point to FACS. He just said decline.
Decline it.
Rich of the narrator Barbers with Coach Michael Strapp, the USJ Bruin head coach. Let's go down to the narrator.
Coach got off to a pretty good start tonight. Game's working. We're going to get Willis doing some different things. Good.
Yeah, we're able to run the football in between the tackles right there. That's helped us. Also, we're getting Wesley down the field on some big plays too, and Willis has sprung us for a big player too there. And we just got to keep the momentum up. We one penalty I think on the offense right there in the first half, it's 7-minute mark in the second quarter. But we just got to stay focused and finish this game out.
Thanks, Coach. We'll catch you after the game. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Richard.
Coach Michael Strapp, his team looks very good tonight. This game brought to you in part by VIP Weight Loss, Anti-Aging, and Quick Care Center. That's on Union University Drive, right across from Union University, and there where Mulligan's used to be. VIP Weight Loss, Anti-Aging, and Quick Care Center by Fujiyama Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar. By Garrett Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And boy, I tell you, better call the Garretts up right now. Get them to come out and check. You don't want to be cold this winter, do you, Bew?
I know I don't. I hate being cold.
I hate being cold.
Sucks.
Garrett Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning right here in Jackson. The Garrett's family, great Americans. 668-3339, 668-3339. The website, GarrettPlumbing.com. Also, Marco's Pizza. Be great tonight. Marco's Pizza. They deliver 300-0400s, 300-0400s, or Marcos.com. That sounds good, doesn't it, Bew?
They deliver straight to the press box with a white cheese, with a white cheesy or maybe one of those Founder Select thin crust. We could go to work with that.
If you had to make a decision, which one?
Oh, if I have to make a decision, I'm going with the Philly cheesesteak thin crust.
Yeah.
Every time.
300-0400s or order online at marcos.com. Halftime, and it is not only halftime, it's homecoming. And the Bruins have a 21-0 lead. We'll be back with the halftime stats and scores from around the area in 4 minutes on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Browse tons of new brands with over 500 firearms in stock at RFC Tactical in Milan. RFC Tactical is your largest local direct Benelli, Browning, and H&K dealer in West Tennessee. RFC Tactical is newly located across from Walmart in Milan. You can trust RFC Tactical's experienced, knowledgeable staff to assist you in your next purchase. RFC Tactical can get you started with your first firearm purchase with the right ammo, scope, accessories, and now hunting gear. Let West Tennessee's premier hunting and shooting sports store show you why they support gun rights with their devotion to help protect our children, educate our fellow citizens, and all the while supporting avid hunters and the veteran community. Shop RFC Tactical in Milan Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. or Sunday, noon till 6 p.m.
Hey, Justin here, owner and operator of RFC Tactical. As a former Army combat veteran and family man, I understand the importance of protection. I'll make sure you have a positive experience. It'll be friendly, fast, simple, and the only thing intimidating in here are the firearms.
RFC Tactical, now located across from Walmart in Milan.
I'm Buck McSmart with the Man Channel, live at Polished Man Cave. Let's check it out.
Oh, boy, I've been waiting on this all day. I've been working on this bypass with all these crazy folks yelling at me.
It's time for your sugar scrub, Mr. Spiewak.
Yes, ma'am. I had one of them back in college.
Don't forget your complimentary beer, sir.
Is this heaven?
I've been scattered, smothered, covered, chugging all day, and I smell like bacon, fat, and gravy. You can call me Calgon because I want you to take me away.
Rodney, it's time for your lotion, massage, and oil rub.
These are the 9 words every man dreams about hearing.
I hear you loud and clear, Rodney. That's all a part of the pedicure and polished man care, created for the guys with full grooming from nail to hair surfaces, high places, TVs, and a complimentary beer or water to make you feel right at home, and gift certificates. 1041 Union University Drive. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 736-3668. That's 736-3668. Log on to polishedjackson.com and view the entire menu. Polished Man Care.
Your lawn and the landscape around it is the very first thing someone sees when they visit your home or business. Making a great first impression is essential. At Boykin Mowing and Landscaping, we specialize in making that first impression a memorable one. From mowing and edging to weed control, mulching, and stump removal, Boykin's Mowing and Landscape will cater to all your lawn care needs. Licensed and bonded in business for over a decade, Boykins is ready to provide you with prompt and professional lawn and landscape care. Call Boykins today to set up a plan that works for you at 394-7249. That's 394-7249. Masterfit Medical Equipment is on a mission, and that mission is to serve everyone with premium medical equipment at savings you wouldn't find elsewhere. At Masterfit, we represent over 200 medical equipment and supply manufacturers and over 90,000 products, with much of it in our warehouse right here in Jackson. Defibrillators, monitors, EKGs, pumps, sensors, and more. So when you need more affordable medical equipment, call Masterfit Medical Equipment at 554-1223.
911.
Officer, I'd like to file a report. I witnessed a robbery.
A robbery?
Yes, at Sonic. I saw a man steal a quarter-pound double cheeseburger and tots for only $2.99. He was about 6'1", brown hair, blue shirt, big smile.
Wait, so he did actually pay just $2.99? I better check this out. Boy, lunch!
It's a steal, all right. The Car Hop Classic, a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or Slinger plus tots for only $2.99. This is how you Sonic. Text not included. See menu for details for a limited time. Only participating Sonic drive-ins.
At Home Medical Products, we provide patients with products to make sure you breathe, sleep, move, and live well. With items like nebulizers, travel oxygen, CPAPs, hospital beds, wheelchairs, scooters, lift chairs, commodes, and so much more. You have a choice when choosing home medical companies. It's the patient's choice. Make the right choice. Locally owned and operated Home Medical Products. Call 877-660-0084 or find them online at hmpinc.net.
Remember to sign up for ABC Heat and Plumbing's Red Carpet Club, where we'll come to your house several times a year until we can find something to charge you for. Oops, did I say that out loud?
This is Charlie Garrett with Garrett Plumbing and Heating. We know you don't want us tracking through your house unless you have a reason to call us. At Garrett, we do both commercial and residential work with certified technicians for heating, cooling, and plumbing. We've been locally owned in Jackson since 1955. No gimmicks, just good, dependable work, including sales and installation of carrier units with easy financing. Call us at 668-3339. That's 668-3339.
Jackson's News Talk leader. Jackson's News Talk leader. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Welcome to the halftime show here at Kirkland Field. Your score at the half, USJ leading FACS 21-0 on homecoming. It's time for homecoming festivities. Let's tell you how it got to this score. It's been all USJ. There's no question about that. But let's give you some first half stats. In the first half, USJ with 14 first downs to 7 for FACS. 124 yards rushing on the ground for the Bruins to 30 for FACS. USJ averaging just under 5 yards per carry tonight. Through the air, Garrett Reynolds with 100 yards passing in the first half on, let's see, we'll get to the individual stats here in just a minute, but he's got 100 yards passing right now. And for FACS, they have 0.8, 4 attempts for 0.8 yards, if you will, passing the football. Totals of 224 yards for the Bruins in the first half, and for FACS 24 yards. Bruins are averaging 6.8 yards per play, whereas FACS is averaging 1.3. Neither team has turned the football over. The Bruins are 5 of 6 on third down conversions. FACS 2 of 6. USJ went for it once on fourth down, did not get it. FACS has gone for it twice. sacks. They got it one time. Neither team has a sack to their credit this game so far in the first half. Now, for individual stats for the Bruins, Garrett Reynolds through the air, 4 of 7 for 100 yards and a touchdown. He also has a rushing touchdown in the first half. Wesley Clarlock, 3 catches for 77 yards. TJ Tharp, 1 for 23 yards. Rushing the football, Tyler Wallace rushed it 16 times in the first half for a total of 91 yards. TJ Tharp 6 times for 20 yards. Caleb Willis 2 rushes for 13, and Garrett Reynolds 2 for no yards. But remember, he does have that rushing touchdown. You got to throw in plays for loss there. Let's see, and leading the way in tackles, Caleb Willis with 4 tackles. So that is your team and individual stats for the first half. Thanks to the folks here at USJ. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Now we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give you a couple of scores here. Then we'll take this 4-minute timeout and come back and get you ready for the start of the third quarter and tell you how each team can find their way to victory after 4 quarters. Well, a couple of updates for you. Over in Clarks, Vegas, it's Henry County 5-0, the Patriots, with a 17-0 lead over the Kenwood Saints. That's at the half. In a game that, not a lot of people gave the Haywood County Tomcats a chance in the world coming in. MUS, Memphis University School, the Owls, undefeated on the season, come into Brownsville, and at least at this point, Haywood doing things, running, playing Haywood County football, what we expect to see out of this team. They got all the potential in the world, and right now came to the halfway pole at 2-3. Well, tonight they've come to play. They're up on MUS right now. Second quarter score, 21-14. In Milan, in the middle of the second quarter, it's Huntingdon 16, but it was 16-0. But Milan has cut that lead in half right now. Milan trailing Huntingdon 16-8. In the second quarter, a game you can watch on WNWS.com. It's all Trenton Peabody over Dresden. We told you it was going to be Trenton Peabody leading 27-0. South Gibson, I'm going to give you the score. You're not going to believe it, but that's what the score is. I just talked with Daddy Rich in Medina. At the half, South Gibson 58. Middle College out of Memphis, nothing. So they're playing the freshmen right now. It's just not a football game at this point. West Carroll, last score we had, I believe it was a halftime score, 16-0. West Carroll was trailing Gibson County. Gibson County 4-1 on the season. West Carroll undefeated, but the Pioneers going on the road, and at least right now pitching the shutout, 16-0. Last score we had at Southside was Bolivar leading 6-3. Dyersburg was leading Northside 21-6. We'll get you some more scores here in just a few minutes, but we'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back and get you ready for the third quarter on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Choose the best one. When it comes to choosing the right tires for your vehicle, we want to make it easy for you to choose the best one. At Best One Tire, we have thousands of passenger and light truck tires in stock, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, Bridgestone, and Firestone. When you buy your tires from Best One Tire, you'll receive free nitrogen inflation. And we rotate and balance your tires free for the life of the tire. Also, with every free tire rotation, we do a free brake inspection. In addition to tires, we offer oil changes, wheel alignments, and complete brake service. We want your business for generations to come. Your family is our family at Best One Tire. Let us put you safely on the road. Call us at 660-4072. Best One Tire, just off Highway 412 at the Country Club exit, just down from 84 Lumber, and at 1180 South Dupree in Brownsville. Best One Tire.
At Fujiyama, we've got boxes all over the restaurant. The bento boxes are a Jackson lunch favorite. Having trouble choosing? Well, that's what the bento box is for. Each box includes soup, salad, fried rice, tempura, and 4 fresh pieces of the daily roll. Then you choose from the beef, chicken, shrimp, or the salmon teriyaki, or spicy chicken or pork. The most popular box is the to-go box because our bento boxes are huge. Try the bento box today at Fujiyama Japanese Restaurant, Steakhouse, and Sushi Bar, 10 Stonebridge, Suite E in Jackson.
It's time now for the Vein and Vascular Center Medical Minute, brought to you by Dr. David Laird and Dr. Daniel Day of the Vein and Vascular Center.
Can I get screened for CVI? The answer is yes. Screening for CVI is done through a simple, non-invasive ultrasound test conducted by the vein specialist at Vein and Vascular Center. If you think that you are suffering from varicose veins or more serious symptoms like swelling and pain in your legs that may be indicative of CVI, you should call and schedule an appointment with our vein specialist to discuss your treatment options. All varicose veins have the potential to become CVI. Today, there are a number of treatment options that are covered by many insurance plans. Get started toward your recovery with your screening from Vein and Vascular Center.
Call Vein and Vascular Center at 664-7395 to schedule your appointment with their vein specialist to discuss your treatment options. For more information, visit vvcjackson.com.
Once again, Marco's Pizza is the spot for Monday Night Football. The cheap seats will be live on the road at Marco's Pizza, 1146 Van Drive. Come join us for amazing Marco's Pizza, wings, subs, and so much more while we get you ready for the big game. Call 300-0400 for delivery or carryout, and don't forget you can order online at marcos.com. A match made in heaven. The cheap seats, Monday Night Football, and Marco's Pizza. Truly authentic. It's going down this Thursday at the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Thursday nights during football season, the cheap seats will be live at the Blacksmith for Thursday Night Throwdown. Football fans will have cornhole, ping pong, and we'll be giving away Titans tickets to some lucky winner, courtesy of MasterFit Medical. Located at 216 North Shannon Street, across from the Farmers Market. Try the Johnny Cakes or fried green tomatoes or the Molten Burger. Maybe it's the hot chicken sandwich or the blackened shrimp. Thursday night's new home for football is the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Downtown Jackson, across from the Farmers Market.
It's a new year. You could get a new car or a new house, but you're only given one body in this life, and you should fuel your body at Grubb's Grocery, Jackson's only full-service natural and organic market. All natural and organic groceries and gluten-free options. Full line of healthy vitamins and supplements. Everything at Grubb's is free of artificial preservatives, flavors, colors, and sweeteners. Grubb's Deli has fresh sandwiches, wraps, and soup and salad bar. Grubb's Grocery, Jackson Walk Plaza, downtown Jackson, across from the lift, and GrubbsGrocery.com.
Overton Flooring Hardwood Sales and Refinishing in Bells, Tennessee is ready to take your home to the next level with beautiful hardwood flooring selections from hickory, maple, heart of pine, acacia, and distressed oak. At Overton Flooring, we have the only showroom featuring sanded, stained, and finished flooring. If you're ready for a beautiful new look for your home, call the floor guy, Al Overton, at 345-3114. That's 345-3114. Overton Flooring, 12808 Highway 79 in Bells. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and by appointment.
First in news, sports, and weather. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
Welcome back to Kirkland Field. Again, they're having the halftime festivities, so halftime going to be a little bit longer here tonight than you're normally used to. Don't forget, as soon as this is over with, we're going to have the post-game show. We'll go all the way to 11 o'clock. Now, this game's ran a little bit long because there's a lot of running in this game, and the clock's been a little bit slow. So I'm anticipating this game probably ending somewhere around 9:30. So we should have about a good, nice hour and a half finish for the post-game show. I'll tell you all that to say we want to hear from you. When you're on your way home from the game that you're doing, if you have updates for us, you can give us that on the Old Town Spaghetti Store text line, 277-5155. But you can call in after the game. Tell us all about the game that you were at, the big Northside game. Last score we had there was 21-6. Northside was leading. A couple updates for you. Southside, after trailing 6-3 early on in that football game, has gone to the locker room at the half with a 10-6 lead over Bolivar. Bolivar 1-4 in that game, or coming into that game. But we told you this would be a dangerous game for the Hawks. It's been that way in the first half. But remember, that Southside defense has been extremely stingy. You got to think if Southside gets back in the end zone, gets that to a double-digit lead, it's going to be very difficult for Bolivar to come back from that. We'll let you know. Again, South Gibson all over Middle College out of Memphis, 58-0 at the half. Another score for you, second quarter in Trenton, Tennessee, and it is all Peabody at this point. You know, you looked at this game, and when the schedule came out, you thought, maybe this could be a pretty decent game. Absolutely has not been. Still second quarter, Trenton Peabody on a game that you can watch at WNWS.com, 34-0. Still in the second quarter. There's just nobody left on that schedule that's going to be able to give them a true test, I don't believe. Now, they still have to play TCA. They still have to play Adamsville. But the way this team's rolling, you got to believe next time they get a close game is going to be somewhere very, very deep in the 2A playoffs. So we'll keep you updated with that one as well. If you're just tuning in, USJ leading at the half over FACS out of Cordova, First Assembly Christian School, 21-0. Been all Bruins to this point. Matter of fact, let's tell you how they got things going. First of all, they did it very quickly. Just over 3 minutes into this game, it was a beautiful touch pass on a 40-yard post from Garrett Reynolds to Wesley Carlock. Extra point was good, and USJ got out to an early 7-0 lead. Then about 5 minutes later, it was T.J. Tharp with a powerful 6-yard run off tackle into the end zone. Extra point was good, and after one quarter, USJ led 14-0. Then with about a minute and a half left to go in the first half, it was Garrett Reynolds calling his own number with a sneak up the middle from 1 yard after being set up by a beautiful 25-yard connection from Reynolds to Carlock. Set him up straight there at 1st and goal. One play is all it took. Reynolds punched it in with calling his own number. Extra point was good, and the Bruins had the 21-0 lead at the half. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back, get you ready for third quarter action on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Are you enjoying a Toyota? If not, let me, Roger Harris at Robinson Toyota in Jackson, show you how painless and affordable it is to experience the Toyota feeling. We have vehicles with up to a $5,000 discount, and yes, 11 models with 0% interest. Please call me, Roger Harris, at 731-616-6827, or drop by 1453 Van Drive to start your Toyota way of life. And remember, all new cars have Toyota Care, no charge maintenance.
Hi, this is Mark Welch with Robinson Toyota. Would you like to purchase a vehicle without all the hassles? At Robinson Toyota, we make the buying process easy with straightforward pricing and fair trade values. Need to sell your vehicle? Let us buy it. Come see Mark Welch at Robinson Toyota or give me a call at 731-668-1234 or visit us at www.robinsontoyota.com. That's Mark Welch at Robinson Toyota.
Robinson Toyota, 1453 Van Drive in the Columns, Jackson, Tennessee. Shop online 24/7 at RobinsonToyota.com.
Insurance is the way to protect yourself and your family, and no one is better helping you through the insurance maze than Brandon Jones State Farm. Brandon Jones has been Jackson's State Farm agent since 2006 after graduating from Lambuth University. Home and property, life, health, banking products, annuities, mutual funds. All the products you need to ensure a prosperous future. Brandon Jones State Farm Insurance, 2152 North Highland across from Toys R Us. 660-6800 for Brandon Jones State Farm Insurance.
The mates are back together once again at Outback Steakhouse. Steak and lobster, the best mates together again. Try the juicy lobster paired with the tender signature steak from Outback Steakhouse. The tender juicy filet and a steamed lobster tail. Now here's a word from one of my mates.
Hi, this is Ian Insulaco with Outback Steakhouse here in Jackson. I'm sure that you know we're a national chain, but did you know that I'm from Jackson and a JCM graduate? Much of my staff and I have been together here at Outback Steakhouse for 15 years. Yes, we are a national company, but here in Jackson, it's all about local. Our pledge, it's always fresh in the Outback. I'd like to thank you, Jackson, for your help in making Outback Steakhouse in Jackson the shining star of the Outback family. And I personally invite you to have dinner with us at Outback Steakhouse, Jackson, Tennessee, 194 Stonebrook Place, or take advantage of curbside takeaway to go by calling 664-9000. That's 664-9000 or OutbackSteakhouse.com. Outback Steakhouse in Jackson. No rules, just right.
Do you have cataracts, glaucoma, or any form of eye disease? At Hughes Eye Center, our physicians include residency-trained optometrists, surgical ophthalmologists, retinal surgeons, and oculoplastic surgeons, all right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Hughes Eye Center. There's no need to drive to Memphis or Nashville for your surgical eye care needs. Call 664-1994 to schedule your consultation. At Hughes Eye Center on Stonebridge in Jackson, that's 664-1994.
This weekend at the Old Town Spaghetti Store, enjoy delicious prime rib, choice Iowa beef, slow roasted and cut to order, served au jus, side item, and your choice of soup or dinner salad. 8-ounce, 10-ounce, and 12-ounce specials. Or savor the butternut squash ravioli. Butternut squash ravioli topped with brown sage butter and Parmesan Reggiano. Served with your choice of soup or dinner salad. Soup of the day, creamy chicken and vegetable, and the fresh catch salmon. Weekends at the Old Town Spaghetti Store, Carriage House Drive, Jackson. Outdoor dining available.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but Cy Young, your independent auto owner's insurance agent, will be there when you need him most, no matter what happens. Young Hughes Insurance Agency, strong through every storm. That's how it's been for the first 100 years and how it will be for generations to come. Cy Young with Young Hughes Insurance Agency, 731-696-5480. 731-696-5480.
Keeping you informed, alerted, and entertained. We're Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Kirkland Field, the home of the USJ Bruins. Bruin football brought to you by Boykin Mowing and Landscape. Mowing, weed control, fertilization, trimming shrubs and trees, mulching, planting, and more. Call 394-7249. By VIP Weight Loss, Anti-Aging, and Quick Care Center. And by Allegra Design Print Mail. See Mike and Karen Ashley located Old Hickory at Hollywood. We are just about ready to get set for third quarter action. The Bruins got the ball first. FACS won the toss, and they deferred, so they will get the ball first. In desperate need of some kind of points here. Honestly, I say points, a touchdown. They need it, and they need it badly. Outgained by 200 yards in the first half. Again, it's 21-0, and that's kind of a whooping, there's no doubt. But it wasn't that close, to be real honest with you. As bad as USJ looked in the second half of that game last week against ECS, they look a lot more like the team that took on TCA 2 weeks ago, just 14 days ago. They really are playing well tonight. And yes, no doubt, FACS is not ECS. That's certainly understood. But that result last week, if you've watched the Bruins, you know that was not indicative of who this team is as a football team. It was just one of those halves where it was 5-0 at the half, frankly, and USJ kept shooting themselves in the foot. If it could go wrong, it did go wrong. Well, Coach Trapp and the folks, they got it together in practice, worked those things out, and it looks like a very, very different football team at the half. Garrett Reynolds with 100 yards passing through the air. And Tyler Wallace is only 9 yards short of his third 100-yard game, in what, his sixth as a Bruin. So that would mean at least half the time this guy's running for over 100 yards a game. Boy, you got to love that. And this is one of those guys, he didn't play here last year. He's new to this school, so we didn't know about him. And here he's come in and made a huge difference.
And the second half kickoff is up. High driving, going to be taken at the 1. To the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and that's it, Bill. Great coverage there on that kickoff.
Yeah, and it's something that has not been very good and productive for USJ. It's been kickoff coverage over the last couple of years, but, man, nice coverage that time. Everybody getting down quickly. Nowhere for the ball carrier to go.
Well, the key to that was Ben Pledger. Pass that was high, deep, hanging, and taken at the 1.
Yeah, you remember, and remember something, guys. Ben Pledger's just a freshman. It was Charles Campbell who took over kicking duties as an 8th grader. Now you have a 9th grader taking his place.
Officially from the 16, here's FACS on first down. Little flare out into flat. Here on the near side, and an open field tackle that was picture perfect by Caleb Willis. Had to go for a loss of a yard.
Well, that was a slow developing play, but if Caleb Willis gets blocked right here, it's going to go for a long, long way. But he fights off that block, man. Great. Caleb really came to play now. He's made some big plays.
Well, spoke too soon after Haywood had a down by 7, 21-14 at halftime. MUS 34-14. Oh, boy.
Yeah, the Owls are tough for sure.
2nd and 11, FACS from the Crusader 11. Here's the quarterback. Beautiful move at the 20. He'll bounce outside to the 25 and tackled at the 27. That's going to be a first down. Cole Putnam, he picks up 13 yards after a beautiful move.
Well, Danny, if we can get a replay of this, right, you'll see the pulling lineman tip off where this ball is actually going to go. Now watch this. They send the guy most of the other way, but here come the two pulling linemen. That's where the ball's going, and Putnam did a great job of following it.
Opening drive, second half, USJ with a 21-0 lead. FACS moves left to right on your radio dial. First and 10, their own 27. They'll pitch it left side, looking for the edge to the 30, to the 34. On first down, that's a gain of 7. A nice looking run over left tackle. They're going to mark him officially at the 35. It'll be 33.
Yeah, a couple of good runs out of the locker room here for FACS. One for 10 plus and now 6 or 7 here on first down.
That was Darrell Pittman Jr.
Can't rest on what you did in the first half.
Second and 3. Officially, Cole Putnam, the quarterback in the shotgun. Putnam's just going to run it right up the middle. And nothing there. Putnam's going to lose yardage as we hit the sideline, and Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Guys, you can see why both Hardegree and Coach Strapp said, look, we got Putnam and Pittman. They're the playmakers, and as they come out of the locker room in the second half, as Bass said, those are the guys making the plays.
You got that right, and what a job by that time by Tyler Wallace, just blowing up the right side of that Crusader offensive line.
He did. Then Logan Antoine, the linebacker, got it and made the hit. 9:22 remaining, third quarter. 21-0 Bruins. USJ led 14-0 after 1, 21-0 at halftime. And as we move into the third quarter, 3rd and 3 for FACS on the second half's opening possession. FACS at their own 35. Here is Putnam rolling left. He's under pressure, just throws it up into the cheap seats, threw it away. He was going down. USJ had big time pressure on Putnam. He just threw it up in the cheap seats.
Looked like Mario Nicholson just straight through the A gap, just blasts through there and puts the pressure on Putnam. But you want to talk about an arm. Look at that. Now he's got Mario Nicholson draped all over him, falling backwards and slings that ball out of bounds about 40 yards. You know, Coach Strapp talked about that arm. I know that looks like a nothing play, but that showcases that arm.
Wallace was scraping that line of scrimmage too. It was in his face. Putnam to punts for FACS. Hit this one off the side of his foot. It's high but short. It's going to hit at the Bruin 40. Take a Crusader roll inside the 35 and die at the 32. So ends up being a nice punt with no return, but a 32-yard punt. And the Bruins take over for the first time here in the second half. The Bruins lead it 21-0, 8:59 remaining. Third quarter, homecoming 2018. Some scores. How about Henry County View 17-0 over Kenwood? The Patriots look to move to 6-0 in the season.
Yeah, this is a really good Henry County team this year, which is kind of redundant, right?
First and 10 Bruins. Officially at the 32. Here's Willis, 35, 40. Along the numbers, 45 to the 50, to the 45 to the 40. Willis down the sideline he goes, inside the 35, and scampers out of bounds at the 30. Caleb Willis with right at 49 yards on first down for the Bruins.
Narrator, you may want to run check on Caleb Willis because he pulled up a little bit as he was going out of bounds because he could definitely have gotten more. I think he may have strained something here.
Watching the USI group replay, I think you're right.
Yeah, he's being looked at right now.
Guys, he's talking to the training staff. I think it's a cramp, though. I think he just got hit with a cramp as he got to the sideline because he stepped out of bounds quick as he did, leaned down, grabbed his toe, and started pulling it up.
Here's Wallace spinning out of a tackle at the line of scrimmage and picks up 2 or 3. along the numbers here on the near side. From the 30, he'll be tackled at the 28. Gain of 2 yards on first down.
Boy, look at Wallace, man. He gets nailed right there at the line of scrimmage. And for a big man, you don't see big men spin nearly as much as this guy does. But when he spins, he's under control. I'm not a big fan of spinning, especially a guy that size, but he does it under control.
Well, T.J. Thorpe, another pancake lead block.
Boy, he's awesome.
2nd and 8, USJ at the 27 of FACS. Play action. Reynolds back to throw. Slings it out, man, wide open. Thorpe. That's Thorpe. 20. Thorpe, 15. Along the hash mark down to the 10 before he's tripped up there. That'll be 17 yards for T.J. Thorpe. And that's a huge side group first down blower.
Well, it's a perfectly executed play once again to the other side this time. But I want to watch these wide receivers with their blocks. I think it's the second time. If the receiver does a better job holding that block, could have gone for a score.
The birthday boy, Paul Schultze, doing a great job tonight, along with Lawson Mann. Worthy Road Studios. 1st and 10, Bruins from the 11. Here is Wallace leaping over a tackler and then going shoulder pad to shoulder pad, bullying over a defensive back down to the 5. Wallace has 6 on first down.
Boy, that's just big, man. Look at that. Look at the interior of that offensive line. The center guard's just bulldogging defenders 5 yards down the field.
Well, Christian Wallace of FACS says, I got lower than Wallace. I thought that was supposed to stop him, but it didn't. Those big thighs wouldn't allow it. 2nd down and 4 from the 5. High formation. Here's Reynolds. He'll hand it off. Wallace. Wallace, forget about it. He gone. Touchdown, Bruins. Well, that's middle of the defensive line opened up. It parted like the Red Sea, and Wallace just motored on into the end zone from 6 yards away. And the Bruins take a 27-0 lead.
Yeah, nothing mysterious about that. Snap, set, go. Take out the man in front of you. Beautiful execution by the offensive line.
Look at that.
Man.
Mario Nicholson and company on that right side of the offensive line for USJ. Now the point after. Ben Pledger. Pledger, look, he hooked that one. Oh, he went right, just went through the left corner of the upright. So Pledger's 4 of 4 on PATs, and with 6:58 left in the third, our new score, USJ 28, FACS nothing. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 at WNWS.com.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday.
King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive.
The latest news, hottest talk. Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Well, this is WNWS FM in Jackson, Tennessee. Dan Reeves, Seabass, Aaron Chip, and Aaron Barber. He's on the sideline. Paul Schulze, Lawson Man, Worthy Road Studios, our production company. They're great. Michael Osborne, like a big old angel hovering over in Brownsville, keeping an eye on everything. Here's Pledger's kickoff for USJ. It's a line driver, hits off the shoulder pad and scooped at the 10. 15, center of the field to the 20 and crushed. Look at that wild man making the tackle on special teams. Seth DeBerry, 6'2", 190-pound senior. Now he's a kamikaze, Seth DeBerry. Narrator, don't you agree?
Seth Eber is a kid that really kind of blew up this year. You know, we'd seen him before, but he's been involved in big play after big play this year. Tickle for Seth.
28-0 Bruins, 6:49 left third quarter. From their own 20, FACS takes over. On first down, gets some room over right tackle, out to the 25 along the hash mark, and driving out to the 28. A gain of 8 on first down. Hard-nosed running. Darrell Pittman Jr. Junior running back. Pittman. Low center of gravity. And pretty darn quick. Seabass will be back momentarily. Nature calls, and when nature calls, you better answer the phone.
Where you go?
6:14 now, the clock shows. Third quarter. 28-0 Bruins. Second down and 2 for FACS. They're going to sweep it left side. They'll have the first down, crossing the 30, out near the 34, and tripped up there on the carry.
On the carry
for the Crusaders,
number 30,
Josh Mathis. Mathis working around left end.
For the Bruins, number 24, Carter Craig on the tackle.
Page on the tackle to the sideline, and Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Guys, the clock's, we're halfway through the third quarter here. Clock's becoming a USJ ally here.
Down by 4 touchdowns. The Crusaders, they got a lot of work to do to climb back in this game. First and 10. Crusaders from the FACS 35. They work right side, not much there. Except the host of Bruins. And flags fly. The tackle for USJ is Mario Nicholson. Oh, what a year he's having. It's holding on FACS. USJ is going to accept, push him back 10. Huntington had a 16-0 lead over Milan in the first half. Now it's 16-15.
Carter Craig and number 60.
Huntington by the slimmest of margins in the third quarter. Peabody steamrolling Dresden. It was 34-0 at halftime. Narrator,
first down and 20.
Peabody home of the rented mules. They pass them out every weekend.
Boy, they do. That's and we talk about them every week. I don't know who's going to beat Peabody around here.
First and 20 after the penalty. To the air. Got a man open. Caught it to 40. To the 45. Outside the numbers to the 44 before tackled. It was first and 20. That's a gain of 26. That's a first down for FACS. Tristan Bullock on the reception. Cole Putnam. Boy, you give him time, narrator. He'll put it right on you through a strike, but he was wide open running free. In the secondary was Bullock. That zone coverage, he found the soft spot, didn't he?
Very high on that kid.
First and 10, FACS at their own 48. Putnam shotgun, back to the air. He goes incomplete. Threw it wide. His receiver ran a slant. Putnam threw it an out. Dyersburg 35-13 over Jackson Northside. That's another team now where you got to wonder just how good is Dyersburg.
Yeah, because Northside come in there on a 3-game winning streak, stack up some big numbers, a good defense, and Dyersburg sounds like it's just got them shut out.
You can watch our game at WNWS.com right now, live and direct. Second 10 on the ground. Trying to work left tackle. There's nothing there except Mario Nicholson, T.J. Tharp. And also out there was Blaine Verdon. It'll be third and 10. You can also watch that Southside Bolivar game at WNWS.com. To get an update on that one, it was Bolivar had the lead early in that game. Gibson County led West Carroll 16-0 at halftime. How about them Pioneers? Third and 10. Putnam going to sweep it right. The quarterback going to keep it. He has the edge. Has the 45. Has the 40. Along the numbers, 35. And down the sideline he goes. Inside the 30 and tackled at the Bruin 28-yard line. Putnam on that quarterback sweep. He takes it 22 yards. And picks up a first down for the Crusaders. Second time tonight, narrator, the Crusaders have driven into Bruin territory. They just got across the 50 in the first half, and then the Bruin defense pushed them back. Deepest penetration of the game for the Crusaders.
Well, and you can see there's some talent there, Dan. And the quarterback and how they're playmakers. And when they get an opportunity, they make something positive happen.
First and 10 for the Bruin 28. Putnam, the quarterback, going to sweep it left side. Nearly took his head off at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward to the 26. He'll have 2 yards, but boy, oh boy. I don't know this for a fact. I just know it. But that must have been. Let's see who nearly took his head off. Yep, that was him. You know it was Garrett Monroe. Pardon me, not Garrett Monroe. You know that was Seth Newberry. Nearly decapitated him.
You know, we talked about Seth and how quick he can get off that corner. He's just turned into a good high school football player.
Well, he has. 2nd and 8. FACS at the Bruin 27, 2:50 left, 3rd quarter. Putnam back to throw. He'll launch it deep towards the corner of the end zone, incomplete into double coverage near that pylon in the left corner of the end zone. Incomplete, 3rd down and 8, awaiting FACS.
You ever notice how some people are just around the football all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Wesley Carlock. Coming out there with safety position. And if nothing else, shielding the ball from Evans to force that incompletion. He's been playing well on both sides of the ball tonight.
He did shield it, Bass. Had he not shielded that, it would have been a touchdown.
Remember earlier in the game, he tipped the ball that would have been a touchdown had he not tipped it. Plus, he's got a touchdown and set up another one.
3rd and 8 for Sanders from the Bruin 27. They'll run this one, sweep it right side, cutting back at the 25 and ridden down at the 23. Going to be short of the first down by
the number 4
or 5 yards.
30,
Putnam
Mathis.
To Mathis. It'll be short of the first down. FACS most certainly will go for it here late in the game. Dewberry on the tackle again. Boy, he's played well, Bass.
So, Danny, sorry, I did miss. Did they say that the extra point was no good? We thought it was no good. The board is showing no good.
The official signaled it was good.
Yeah, there's some bulbs out on the scoreboard.
Okay.
28-0 Bruins. 4th down and 4. FACS from the Bruin 23. Putnam goes shotgun with 1 wide receiver. Play action, he'll roll left, looking for his receiver in the corner of the end zone. It's broken up and incomplete. And Putnam missed a wide open man underneath. His running back kind of drifted out about 5 yards over into the flat. Had plenty for a first down. He would have caught that about the 20, Bass, and he may have run into the end zone. Jordan Davidson was wide open underneath.
Yeah, I saw the exact same thing. You're absolutely right. The safety valve, which is what he's there for, and you throw it into double coverage right there at the goal line. There's no 28-point play. You can't miss that.
Freshman Christian Wallace and Wesley Carlock in coverage. That ball was not going to be fit in between those two.
No.
Wesley, a 5'10 junior. I can't believe he's a junior already. 1st and 10 Bruins. They take over at their own 23. We got motion. We'll set it back 5.
That looked like to me an offensive lineman who was getting ready to pull. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's what it looked like.
So they'll mark that back to the 18. It'll be 1st down and 15 Bruins.
The call of false start brings up 1st and 15 from the 18-yard line.
So here's USJ leading 28-0. Reynolds under center. He'll drift back to throw. Here comes the pressure. He'll roll right, and he will go down at the line of scrimmage. That'll go down as a sack, I think. The narrator, he's on his sideline. Here's Richard Barber.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch this drive, guys. You got a 28-0 lead. You're running out of time here in the 3rd quarter. So far tonight, you got whoever's, if it's Coach Browder, Coach Tramp, whoever's calling the plays, been a nice some nice play calling through this game.
2nd and 15. USJ at the Bruin 18. A minute 11 left. 3rd quarter. 28-0 Bruins. Reynolds, the quarterback. He'll go play action again. He has a man open in the flat. Caught it to 30. Along the numbers, 35. Down the sideline, 40. And all the way out to the 38-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 22. But there's a flag all the way back at the 5-yard line. Is someone either held their block too long, or the defender, or the FACS man Swatted at him late. I'm not ready. Did you pick up on that down at near the? I mean, that was all the way back near the pylon, and the play ended up at the near the 40-yard line. That was almost 40 yards behind the play.
Yeah, that was Ron and Tyson Strickland, I believe. They was kind of locked up and wrestling back here. Let's see what the call's going to be.
You'd have to think it'd be offsetting, wouldn't you, Beard?
I would think so.
That is dead ball personal foul on FACS. Ron was able to keep his head. So from a 2nd and 15, out to near the 40, and then tag on another 15 yards. Just like that, the Bruins have a fresh set of downs with a Hughes I Group first down at the FACS 48-yard line.
Well, you just cannot lose your cool in these situations, and FACS did.
As the clock moves under a minute, third quarter, 28-0 Bruins, and they're on the move once again. Two wide receivers here on the near side. I formation, Tharp and Wallace. Play action, Reynolds back to throw. Looking, now he'll run it. Reynolds is hammered at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down.
Boy, you know what? I love Garrett and the way he plays. Man, don't spin like that again. You know, they cannot afford to lose Garrett Reynolds. They really can, and you got to protect yourself in this game. Well,
see, Garrett gave up way too early again.
Right, agreed. And then right here, oh man, if that young man's a second quicker, he's going to get laid out.
Garrett's got it, and he's playing quarterback for the first time this year. You know, as a starter after the injury to Smith. But Garrett's hasn't developed his pocket presence yet.
He's learning.
The clock winds down to 0-0 in the third quarter. We'll move on to the fourth quarter when we return. Here at homecoming, it's all USJ. The Bruins have a 28-0 lead on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza, a slice of the good life.
Monday Night Football with the NFL only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, off to the fourth quarter we go here at Kirkland Field. Just tuning in. So far, all Bruins tonight. They lead FACS 28-0 here on homecoming at Kirkland Field as we get set for the fourth quarter. USJ will have the ball just inside Crusader territory, about the 48-yard line, 2nd and 10 for the Bruins.
USJ, 2nd and 10. Reynolds with the I formation behind him. Carlock and Long split out to the right side. Wallace and Tharp in the backfield. Here's the tailback. Oh, it's play action. Reynolds rolls right, fires it downfield. It's caught at the 40. And dragging a tackler to the 35 along those numbers. On the reception was Carter Craig, and Craig is going to have 15 yards and a Hughes I Group first down, and now some more markers come out after the play. That was a good 5-10 seconds after the play.
First of all, that was a great throw on his second level to find Carter Craig there, but this has got to be on FACS. They're getting a little chippy after some of these plays. You keep watching, you'll see that even though he was down, they're still going after him, trying to strip that ball. A little extracurricular activity. I would be surprised if it wasn't on FACS.
Another dead ball, personal foul, this time on USJ. And what's going to offset. So the play will stand. Craig will have a 15-yard reception. The Bruins will have a fresh set of downs. And Craig got in trouble because he reacted. But FACS needs to knock it off.
Chill out a little bit, yeah. But what an impressive throw by Garrett Reynolds, man. I like that better than the 40-yard post touchdown.
Clock moving. We're in the fourth quarter. USJ with a 28-0 advantage. 1st and 10 along the near hash, moving left to right on your radio dial. This will be Willis, 30. And he somersaults down to the 20, 6-yard line. He'll have 8, but there's markers. This one's going to come back. Looks sure as the world is holding on the Bruins.
Now all of a sudden it's Flag Fest 97. Yeah, I don't know. It's not 1997.
A brand new 92.
97, huh?
Oh,
it is holding on the Bruins. Let's go down on the sideline and Richard, the narrator Barber.
Yeah, you can see that one, guys, from down here. That Willis was able to hit that big old hole because there was a hole right there. And you're right. It is getting a little chippy down here. There's some whooping after the whistle, and this is fun, fellas. This is fun.
11-16, clock rolling. Fourth quarter, USJ with a commanding 28-0 advantage. First and 20 after the penalty at their own 42. They'll pitch it. Wallace right side along the numbers from the 42. He'll move inside the 40 and down to the 35-yard line. Wallace on first down has 7 yards. This game was presented by Best One Tire and Service of Jackson, making your family safe with our family of tires and service. By Old Town Spaghetti Store on Carriage House Drive in Jackson.
That brings up 2nd and 10 for the
By Master Fit Medical Supply, John Gerard and Company. Master Fit, chances are they supply your favorite doctor and dentist at Master Fit. Here's Willis on the ground with room. 30. Caleb swirts through down to the 25 and tackled at the 23. And that's a Hughes High Group first down. First and 20. That's covered in 2 plays.
Well, you're starting to see FACS defenders having a harder time and a slower time getting up off that field. They've been pushed around for 3 and change, and they're really starting to feel it.
Well, they're bringing Caleb Willis. He's lining up in the slot, and they're bringing him in motion and handing him the football. This time around, designed to go around the near end here, looking for the edge. And he cut it back up. He saw that hole view and burst through for 10 yards.
Yeah, he adds another element of speed to this running attack.
He's lined up in the slot again and goes in motion left to right. This time it's play action. They're going to throw it. Caught it to 20. Breaking the tackle. Carter Craig is down to the 16. Before they get him to the turf, that's a gain of 8. Let's go down to the narrator, Richard Barber, on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, y'all talked about these Crusaders are, they're standing around with their heads on their hips. They're at the point in the game where they're saying when one of these guys come through. Of course, you've had Wallace and Dart beating them to death. Now you got Willis coming through on skates, and it's like, we're going to tackle you, but we don't really want to.
Carter Craig made a nice shoe top catch on that pass. He was moving to his right. Officially a gain of 7, 2nd and 3 from the Crusader 16. 2 wide, far side. Here's Wallace on the ground. Tyler, first down yardage. He ducks that head and runs down to the 11. He'll pick up 5 yards, and the Bruins will pick up a fresh set of downs. Hughes High Group first down Bruins to be 1st and 10 at the Crusader 11.
Now I'm not going to call Wallace Le'Veon Bell, but watch this patient running. Then he stops, sees that, ducks his head down there, lets the play open up and develop in front of him, and shoots in for the game.
It looked just like him. High school version on that play, about the same size, too, at one time. 8:50 remaining. The Bruins on the move. 1st and 10 from the Crusader 11. Here's Tharp, the fullback, straight ahead. Has the 5 and dives inside the 5 down near the 2. And now enter Tharp. Rips off 9 on first down.
Yeah, and the thing is, we talked about it all night, guys. When he hits somebody, they go backwards. He's always pulling forward when he's going down.
Well, Cade Taylor, a nice block on the second level, then pushes his running back an extra yard forward like that.
2nd down, officially 3. USJ at the 5. This is Tharp. Left guard, Tharp. Into the end zone, touchdown Bruins. He bounced off a tackle right into the end zone. TJ Tharp. Now officially, that's a 3-yard touchdown run for TJ Tharp, and the Bruins take a 30-0 lead.
My great-grandmammy was going to score on that one. The interior of that offensive line just blowing people off the ball. Inside that 5, big man on big man, that's how you play it.
Boys, it started and it's ending with that offensive line tonight, Humbu.
Yeah, it's very impressive performance.
Mercy. Ben Planger, the freshman kicker, he's perfect on the nights. Out to attempt his 5th PAT. He booms that one right through the uprights. It split him. 8 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Fourth quarter, our new score, USJ 35 and FACS nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
At Home Medical Products, we provide patients with products to make sure you breathe, sleep, move, and live well. With items like nebulizers, travel oxygen, CPAPs, hospital beds, wheelchairs, scooters, lift chairs, commodes, and so much more. You have a choice when choosing home medical companies. It's the patient's choice. Make the right choice. Locally owned and operated Home Medical Products. Call 877-660-0084 or find them online at hmpinc.net.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
USJ Bruin football presented in part by Carlock Nissan of Jackson. Carlock Nissan of Jackson. CarlockNissanofJackson.com. It's on Van Drive. By Sonic of Jackson, home of the Sonic Blast. We'll see you after the game in the Sonic Team Slushes. 6 Jackson locations, Sonic of Jackson. By the Vein and Vascular Center of Jackson, VVCJackson.com. Waverly 54, McKenzie 13. That's final. This nightmarish season for McKenzie continues. Ground ball kickoff covered up by FACS at their 42-yard line. 54-13. Waverly's been struggling this year, but McKenzie running the table in 54-13.
But check out Waverly's schedule and the results.
Oh, I know, but last year they were winning those games.
Yeah, they've been in 3 shootouts against Fairview, Huntington, and one other really, really good team. And they've never failed to score less than, I think, 42 points and still aren't winning.
First and 10, FACS, their own 42, their best starting position of the night. On the ground for a couple of yards, Daryl Pittman.
Yeah, and you hear that applause. That's for a big Travis Smith. Look at here, Danny, in the football game for the first time tonight. Does a great job shedding his block. And, man, Travis, a big old boy, landed right on that ball carrier.
Travis Smith, the second, 6 foot, 384-pound senior.
Big boy right there. How about the feet, though, there?
Second and 8. Back to the ground, working right side and not a lot there. Moving out to the 46. He did stretch it out for a 4-yard gain. Let's go down on the sideline and Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Guys, everybody's happy for Travis Smith. You know, we've seen him on the sideline over here for years. His health at times has kept him from playing. He did get to play some at special teams this year, but this is his first action on defense. Everybody's happy for him. A big tackle there. Update from Matt Wood. Gibson County beats West Carroll 24-0.
Wow. Lawson Mann is happy. And West Carroll is no longer unbeaten. Is it just me or is it getting cooler out here?
A little bit.
3rd and 7 on the ground. Being tackled at the line of scrimmage. Pittman knocked down at the line of scrimmage. That was a beautiful play there by USJ defensively. Logan Antwine, the linebacker, played that beautifully and capped it off with a form tackle. And, of course, a 4th and 7. And the wind really picking up now. Is that front, I guess, pushing through here. With 5.5 minutes left in the game, USJ with a way out in front, 35-0 here at homecoming. No, they're going to go ahead and go for it. No, they're going to punt it. But no, he plays quarterback as well. You got to watch him. He's tricky. Nice punt's going to hit at the Bruin 20 and take a Crusader or a Crusader roll out of bounds at the 15. Waverly, in their 3 straight losses, scored 42, 42, and 55. And the closest they got was 7 points in those.
Yeah, and now those 3 teams are Huntington, Fairview, and a fantastic Davidson Academy team. But when you average about 48 points a game, shouldn't you be like at least 4-1? And not 2 and at least not 2 and 3. Holy smokes.
The Bruins take over 1st and 10. Ball on the USJ 13. They're going to keep it on the ground, left side. Caleb Willis from the 15, or from the 13, pardon me, out near the 18 to gain of round 5. Here's Richard, the narrator. Barber, he's on his sideline, narrator.
Guys, you know, we hadn't really mentioned it yet, but when we went to 35, that clock's really quick now, fellas.
Yeah, I think everybody says, you know, let's get out of here.
We need a good game, y'all.
Yeah, we do. We do one. 2nd and 5, Bruins. Their own 18. Back to the ground. His start. Big hole. The fullback to the 25 and lowers his head and bowls over a defensive back before he falls at the 27. It's a gain of 10. That's a huge high group first down. And Tharp punishes that tackler. Oh, boy.
Well, that was Evans, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, these DBs playing in run support, they're going to be sore on the way home tonight. And you don't even want to know about come 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh, man. That just can't be fun. Hughes high group first down with the Bruins. New line of scrimmage for USJ. The Bruins 27. Reynolds under center, taking his time. 12 on the play clock. 3:09 on the game clock. Going to run an option right side and go down behind the line of scrimmage. And that's what you're talking about, you hold your breath there. There's no need to take any chances. It's 35-0. You don't need to let your quarterback get hit. If you're the quarterback, you got to know that as well.
And that's absolutely right. But look, if you got 2 guys closing in, yeah, you can pitch it out. But at this point, you're right. There's no reason for your quarterback to take any contact the rest of this game in any way outside of a penalty of some kind.
Look at the Southside Hawks. They're kept from behind and have a 17-12 lead late in the game. Over to Hawks Nest. How about them Hawks? And they have the football at the 44-yard line. Bolivar. Here's Reynolds. He's going to throw it. No, he's going to be knocked down again. Reynolds kept the ball. He got out across the 30 and tackled at the 31. Clock moves down to 2:08 left. 35-0.
Brought down by number 52 for FACS, Tyson Strickland.
Hand this ball off.
USJ with a lead. Yeah, under 2 minutes. Jonathan, you may see if you can go to the Jackson Southside Bolivar game. Bolivar just sacked Southside way back at the Southside 44. It's a 17-12 Hawk advantage late in that game. If we can pull up the audio, Richard Malkin has that audio. That game's still in doubt, you.
Yeah, we thought this might be a close one. Be fooled by that 1-4 Bolivar record.
3rd and 8. Bruins. Their own 31. Play action. Reynolds trying to set up a screen. Tharp makes a nice catch at the 30. Runs it out to the 35. And he's taken off his feet at the 37. Needed 8. Got 7. Tharp just an athlete making a play there.
Yeah, and you got to think you go for it here because there's just really no reason not to with a minute left in the game. No. But you never know.
That brings up 4th down and 1 for the Bruins from the 37.
Gibson County knocks West Carroll out of the unbeaten ranks. 30, or make it 20, 40-0. How about them Pioneers? Boy. One loss in the year. That was a close game at Lake County. Huntington had a 16-0 lead over Milan. Milan got within 1, and then Huntington went back to work. 37-15, Huntington. USJ punting. And Bolivar knocking on the door, or did they get in the end zone? We're watching the game at WNWS.com. They get in the end zone?
No, I think they got out somewhere around the 8-yard line. Went out about the 8-yard line, but I'm wondering if there might be a... No, I thought there might be a flag, but he went out around the 8, looked like. There may be a flag on this play.
Jonathan Greer producing and directing. John, that was Bassett talking about the Southside game with a flag on it. That's going to come back, so Bolivar will not have it inside the 10. Jonathan Greer producing and directing. Jonathan, this game just came to an end. You hear that horn. USJ wins it. Homecoming 35-0 over FACS. We'll take well, Jonathan, if you're there, can we get to the south side Bolivar audio for a few minutes and listen to Richard Mulligan call this game? Will you able to?
I've got it pulled up here on the studio computer, but it is not wanting to play. This computer has never been real friendly with our live stream.
Well, John, thanks for trying. We thought the computer would be a friend of ours, but it still hates us. They got a great game going. You can watch it at WNWS.com. Southside with a 17-12 lead, trying to stay unbeaten, but Bolivar has the ball inside the Hawk 40 late in the game. Huntington polishing off Milan 37-15. Gibson County's knocked West Carroll out of the unbeaten ranks. Dyersburg pulling away from Jackson Northside. The Bruins look great tonight, 35-0 at homecoming. We're back in 4 minutes on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Shop Carlock Nissan of Jackson on-site or online today. Carlock's new and used Nissan dealership in Jackson has stylish, competitive